Reality doesn't crash all at once. It fragments, tiny breaks, barely noticeable at first. The kind of thing you could ignore if you didn't already know the truth. A neon sign flickering out of sequence. A street that wasn't there yesterday. A familiar face on someone who doesn't remember you. Small things, harmless things, until they aren't. Until the errors start compounding. Until the city stops making sense at all. It's happening faster now. At first, I thought I was imagining it, the stutters in time, the moments where space itself seems to glitch. Then I started counting them. It was 1 per hour at first, then 2. Now it's every few minutes. I see it in the people first. A woman in a café stirring her drink. She blinks, and suddenly she is gone. The chair she sat in remains pulled back. The coffee cup still sits in front of her, but she does not exist anymore. No one reacts, because she was never there. The hollow grid doesn't just erase things. It compresses them, folds them into the timeline, rewrites history without hesitation. The world is a file running out of space. And I think I am next. The street ahead of me fractures. Not the pavement, the concept of the street itself. I watch as the buildings on either side pulse and stretch, distorting like corrupted video. The skyline buckles. For 3 seconds, everything freezes. I do not breathe. Then correction. The city snaps back. A new street has appeared. The old one never existed. I glance around. No one noticed. They keep walking, keep living, keep breathing. Because in their minds, nothing has changed. I try to tell myself it's fine. That as long as I stay ahead of it, I can survive. But then I feel it, a hard reset. The ground beneath me shifts. The neon signs dim. And suddenly I'm standing somewhere else. I know this street. Except I don't. I've never been here. Except I have. Because this is where I was 5 minutes ago. It has looped. The city has rewritten my path. Trying to make sense of something it cannot categorize. Trying to put me back where I belong. A whisper cuts through the silence. Severian Soren, not a voice, a correction. I turn and the street is gone, not empty. Gone. Like an unfinished thought, erased before it could be spoken. I feel the weight pressing against me. The city is compressing me, trying to force me into a version of itself where I never existed. And for the first time I understand I am not just being hunted. I am being archived. A figure appears at the edge of my vision. Not walking, not moving, just loading. A hollow sentinel, flickering, glitching, stuck between presence and absence. The reset isn't finished yet, which means I have seconds before the city decides what to do with me. Seconds before I cease to be. I do the only thing I can. I run. Not forward, not backward. Sideways. Between the cracks of a world that no longer knows where I belong. If I stop, I will be rewritten. If I stop, I will be compressed. And I do not know what will be left of me when it's done.